Hi, I'm Rebecca Lundy, and today I'm with my mentor, Lisa Breeling, and we are going to go over the Elementary Lesson Plan 1.
Okay, so when you look at the planning of the lesson, the instructional planning, I wanted to point out that you did a really good job linking the lesson plan objectives to the IEP goals in your lesson. The fact that you linked everything to the general education curriculum standards is phenomenal, just because we need to show that collaboration of making sure that we're using gen ed curriculum standards. The materials that you used were great. You had a data sheet, similar objects to count, the plastic fruit, the muffin tin with cups, everything. Her AAC device, the positive reinforcements, the penny board was phenomenal, and you let her choose what she wanted to use as the preferred reinforcement. That was great. Again, she had to have a hand over hand a couple times, but you did a phenomenal job with that. So the use of technology in her AAC device, great.
Thank you.
It was a really good lesson. The instructional strategies, again, you provided detail what the activity was about, recap the lesson's objectives. As you go through this rubric, Rebecca, you did an excellent job with all of it. You knew how to use questions to recap the information that was being taught to her. She had prior knowledge how to use reinforcement system, the penny board. It was obvious the student knew how to use her penny board. In the future, you might want to go up to the nickels or the dimes, but with her, she was pretty good with using the penny board. It was obvious that she knew what she was doing. She will use, there was aerialist learning in the DT lesson. Excellent job. The environment of the classroom was great. The arrangement and the teaching of the lesson was great for the discrete trial that was used. Excellent again. The presentation of how Rebecca gave the presentation of the lesson was really good. She had everything in detail and everything that the student needed to be engaged. So that was excellent. Modify the learning environment. Again, you went and gave a description of the modifications in your lesson plan, and you knew exactly what you were doing and what needed to be done to have a great lesson for the students' learning. The objectives, again, were going back to the lesson plan, everything lined up with the IEP, with the general ed standards, how to link everything together, the objectives of the lessons. It all just flew together. And let's see, next page. Efficient guided practice. Again, you provided clear description of the guided practice activities. The lesson plan itself was excellent on how you gave that, and you had sheets provided for the student for those guided lessons. You had repeated opportunities for the student to practice in an active manner. Again, provides detailed description of how to obtain and give student feedback. Excellent. Moving into the independent practice, again, the students practice the learning differences between the numbers and the shapes. Excellent. Analyzing instructional practice, you provided great detail of the description of independent practice. Great job using hand over hand when needed. You understood what the student needed when the student needed it. Evaluating the learning process, continue with that. You provided great description of the method of evaluating the student learning of the stated objective. You knew exactly where the student was and where they needed to go, what lesson to work on. Instructional implementation, again, it was smooth, great transition. There was no downtime. Excellent.
I'm glad to hear that, because there was a couple of moments there where she kind of threw me for a loop, and I had to go back and make sure. But she...
she did. You did an excellent job. Provided higher learning skills. Again, used a great different strategies and methods to learn what the objective was. Again, the positive reinforcement, that she got to choose the positive reinforcement, all of it was really engaging for the student. Going into the next one for active engagement, you just hit it all in all areas. There was positive reinforcement, and the student understood that and obviously that's been taught. And so she understood what to do to get her positive reinforcement. Behavior management, again, there was no behaviors, and you did a great job with the positive reinforcement. Student engagement, again, she was fully engaged the entire time with within learning environment. There was encouragement, there was high fives, it was really good. Enhanced communication. Again, you spoke clearly. There was clear instruction with all of it. Excellent job. Assessments, you understood where the student was, what you needed to do in the lesson, and where the student is going based on the activity that you did. So excellent job. And again, support, excellent. Self-evaluates. Do you have any reflection that you want to give for yourself over this lesson?
Probably the one reflection I would do, I noticed at the end there, and I know you noticed, she seemed to be getting a little burnt out. I felt like the lesson was probably a little too long, and we had to switch to the one-to-one reinforcement to get her to finish the lesson. So in the future, for this specific student, I would create much shorter learning opportunities, just more often. That was my big self-reflection.
Okay, good job. Any other questions?
No, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.